What are encroachments in real estate? If you are looking to invest in real estate sometime soon, then you are probably currently looking at some rules, concepts, and terminologies used in real estate. Before buying a piece of property, you must be sure to check all the things you need to look at and be certain that the property you are buying checks all the boxes. One thing that you must be familiar with are encroachments. Before buying a property, you need to know the encroachments or the restrictions that are imposed upon a specific property, since this would greatly affect you as a future owner of that property. This is a must-know for anyone who is planning to invest in real estate. Make sure to stick around for the rest of the video, because today we will be discussing what encroachments in real estate are. As many say, encroachments are indeed one of the biggest problems when it comes to properties. These encroachments will definitely have an effect on the owner of the property. Think of these as restrictions that will alter the authority of the owner of the property to make use of such in whatever way the owner would have wanted to. Since encroachments are present in all properties, a person who wants to take part in this business must be familiar with this concept. Whenever a property exceeds or goes beyond its limits or borders, this is considered as an encroachment on the other property where it extends to. Whenever a building or a structure is built and it extends onto an adjacent property without the consent of the owner of that property, that is also considered an encroachment. Encroachments are a burden in real estate, since if the property you are targeting to buy has a lot of encroachments issues, then that property will not appreciate in price as much, since it will be hindered by these encroachments. Another problem with encroachments is that these often cause a rift or a misunderstanding between neighbors. People do not want anything to do with properties that have issues with neighbors. Whether it was done on purpose or not, the owner of the property that is encroaching is the one responsible for violating the property rights of the owner of the neighboring property. Once you discover that a property has encroachment issues, you must resolve this issue as soon as you can. There are necessary steps to be taken when you want to resolve these issues. Here are some of them. First, do not go crazy about the negotiations. Sometimes, a friendly talk is all you need to resolve the issue, especially in cases where the structure that is encroaching upon a neighboring property can be easily moved or removed. The encroachment can be solved pretty easily. The same applies to tree or plant branches and trunks. Second, the encroacher can purchase the land. Since the encroacher has a property that is invading the property of someone else, one thing to negotiate this problem is for him to buy off that small piece of land that he is encroaching upon. This is the remedy to choose, especially if the money spent on a specific encroaching structure that was built was too expensive that it makes sense to spend a few more to buy off the extra piece of land than to tear down the structure. If one chooses to do this, make sure it is done with the help of a real estate attorney to make sure all the legal issues and records are kept and no unlawful actions are being taken by any party. Third, in situations wherein peaceful talks cannot solve the problem and buying off the certain piece of land does not appease either the encroacher or the encroached, then the proper thing to do is seek legal remedies. Instead of putting the law into your own hands or trying to be bitter against your neighbor, it's better to settle things the right way. Is this video helpful so far? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, please do consider giving this video a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel with notifications turned on so you get updated whenever we upload amazing new content like this. Now back to the video. You might be thinking, are easements and encroachments the same? Well, in a sense, yes, in that both of them involve the extending of a particular property onto an adjacent property. However, even with this similarity, the two are different concepts. In encroachments, the invasion of the property rights of the neighbor is illegal and is done with no permission from the neighbor at all. And usually, this is settled by the paying of a fee for the encroachment or for the piece of land encroached upon, depending on the agreement of the parties. Another thing to remember about encroachments is that if the encroachment goes on for so many years, the encroacher will actually eventually have the property rights to that part of the property encroached upon. This sounds unfair, but it is real. This is called adverse possession, or commonly known as squatter's rights. In an easement, there is no illegal action that is taking place. The entry or access of someone else into that property is completely allowed and documented, and they are granted access to that property to provide something beneficial to the owner of the property himself or to his neighbors. Now that you have a good idea as to what encroachments are, hopefully you would be prudent enough to check out if the property you are interested in has encroachments. And if it does, try to see if these can be solved amicably together with the neighbors. If not, try to offer them any financial settlement. If this still does not work and you have to take legal remedies, the property might not be that worth it anymore since the relationship with the neighbors is already strained. What do you think about encroachments? Did this video help you understand the concept of encroachments more? Please share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to click that like button and do subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you get updated instantly when we upload amazing new videos. Thank you for watching.